How's it going, everybody? He's the highest-rated prep quarterback in Hawaii history. St. Louis class of 2017 All-State standout Tua Tagovailoa created national headlines 2 weeks ago, narrowing his 19 scholarship offers to a final 6. Tonight, exclusively on KHON2, Tagovailoa ends the suspense, announcing his collegiate commitment. 6'1", 215-pound dual-threat quarterback led the Crusaders to an ILH championship as a junior this past season, posting 3,400 total yards with 35 touchdowns, en route to being named the Cover 2 Ku'ulukukui Award winner as Offensive Player of the Year.
You know, it was a hard decision for me to make. It wasn't easy. There's so many good schools, you know, great education, good athletics, you know, good facilities. But it does come down to, you know, me making a decision. And with all of that said, I will be making my commitment to the University of Alabama.
Roll Tide. It is the defending national champions. Congratulations to congratulations, Alabama. What was it?
Four-star dual-threat quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was in California for the second straight weekend, and it really speaks to his competitiveness, his willingness to learn, and his want to be coached up by some of the best in the business. And the Alabama commit looked outstanding at the Steve Clarkson quarterback retreat this past weekend. It looked like he was battling a little bit of a cold, you know, some jet lag, obviously, flying back and forth to Hawaii. But that didn't stop him. You know, he's getting more and more physical. Every time I see him, it looks like he's maybe an inch taller, a little stronger. He's got huge legs, a good power base. He gets the ball out really well. It pops off of his hand. He throws the deep ball with precision. He throws everything else. He's got a lot of zip on his passes. And so he's becoming, you know, he's already one of the top dual threat quarterbacks in the country because of his running ability, his ability to prolong plays with his feet, his movement in the pocket. And so that's going to be an interesting factor, you know, when he gets to Alabama is, you know, he can sit in the pocket and deliver the ball, no problem. Will they run him out? Will they bootleg him? Can he throw on the run? You know, because the Alabama receivers don't need a whole lot of time to get open, but Tagovailoa can definitely provide that if needed. So he was definitely one of the best quarterbacks, along with Clemson commit Hunter Johnson at the Steve Clarkson quarterback retreat.
bang. Let's take it to the ground. Don't too many make it coming through our town. Looking for a detour, nowhere to be found. When the pressure's on, seems nobody's around. But I won't let them see me sweat. Yeah, it took a little time, but can't really be upset. Long way to the top, I could barely see the steps. Yeah, they sleeping on me still, but I barely need the rest. See me standing here, head high, face up. I don't need no x-ray, show you what I made up. Tell them I paid my dues and you could check the pay stubs. Never had a chance, so I had to go and make one. Say something. You could tell them that I've been through hell and back, but I'm home. Can't really complain when it's the life that I chose. Sacrificed it all and everything that I own. Say what doesn't kill me can only make me stronger. You could tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on, I fire back in this cold world. Where your light is at, let's burn it down. Fire back. Tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on, I fire back in this cold world. Where your light is at, let's burn it down. Fire back. Yeah, can you feel the heat? The block is hot as ever in these city streets. You only get one shot, keep your arms steady. They tried to make me wait, but I'm more than ready to go and get mine. Grind like a inline skater, check your wristwatch, you'll see that this time is my time. And I don't need no invite to the party. Got rollover minutes and it feels like my calling. I'm just doing what I can with a whole lot of drive, trying to make my own path, take a chance. Can't sit and worry about no 5-year plan. Gotta live for the day, cause I could die where I stand. Tell them, you can tell them that I've been through hell and back, but I'm home. Can't really complain when it's the life that I chose. Sacrificed it all and everything that I own. Say what doesn't kill me can only make me stronger. You tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on, I fire back in this cold world. Where your light is at, let's burn it down. Fire back. You can tell them that I've been from hell and back. When the heat is on, I fire back in this cold world. Where your light is at, let's burn it down.
Alabama commit Tua Tagovailoa sits directly on the bubble, ranked number 11. Questions remain. Would Tua show enough to prove he's more than just a strong-armed quarterback? Criticism he took from the regional workouts, but criticism that fueled a desire to improve.
It was a moment of, let me show you how hard I've worked. He took time after his high school practices to go with his dad to the park to work on taking drops from under center, to work on his footwork, to prove that he was disciplined. Seeing him in the pocket, that was special.
Tua, that's perfect.
Nice! Oh. Literally jaw-dropping pro day stuff. I could have put him with Andrew Luck's pro day. That's how good Tua's pro day script was.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. I want to say, brother, you've gotten so much better. Good job.
Tua technically had a perfect day in 7-on-7s. The way he lives his life and the passion that he has, I feel like all of that comes out in every ball that he throws.
Not too many kids from Hawaii get this opportunity and platform to perform at such a high level.
Nice touch.
Nice. Good throw, Tua.
It'll give Hawaii kids just a realization that if Tua can compete with the best of the best, why can't I?
Tua.
I think he's really impressed us with his discipline. His ability to process and get the ball out and make that throw.
He lifted the spirits of the team. He got them all together. He was keeping them encouraged.
Tua Tagovailoa continues his maturation as a passer.
How about that throw right there? The knock on Tua is that he threw all fastballs early on, and you see him layering the ball as well as anybody, changing tempos on the ball, anticipating. He is a gifted passer.
Yes!
Everyone's doing their job. everyone's executing, so it's making my job that much easier.
Tua, great eyes, bud.
Tua advances to the championship game.
We've made it so close that we're going to determine the MVP of Elite 11 by this game.
Yes, sir.
All right? So
yes, sir.
good luck.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
All out.
Hey, man, go get it. Love you,
As
bro.
the game began, Tua jumps out to an early lead, marching his team to the game's first score.
Aggie.
Mills, though effective moving the ball, is unable to find the end zone.
Green 80, say hook.
And then it all clicks in for Tua. He dominates. With 3 more first-half touchdowns, the game is never again in doubt.
The ball looks like Aaron Rodgers' ball in the air. It spins more, it has more energy to it. And then he kind of reminds you of some Russell Wilson. He's not the tallest guy, but he's super athletic and efficient athletically. It's really a unique thing that Tua has.
An athletic quarterback challenged to improve his abilities in the pocket is a true reflection of the Elite 11 experience.
Oh, big boy throw!
Elite coaching with a history of preparing the best of the best for that next step, and a willing pupil ready to absorb and work.
Good job, man.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Super proud of you.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Tua, stand up. I challenged you about 6 weeks ago to stand up. And I said, you're a heck of a football player. You're an incredible athlete, but I didn't see the discipline in your game to be a quarterback. I could not have been more wrong. And I'm so happy I was wrong. Of all the kids I've ever coached, I've never seen one improve more rapidly than you. I am so proud of you that you're the 2016 Elite 11 MVP.
Kids from Hawaii don't really get this kind of opportunity, and this is something very big.
The much heralded freshman early enrollee, Tua Tagovailoa. He is from Hawaii. He was named the MVP of the 2016 Elite 11 quarterback competition.
How about this first play? He's already at the line of scrimmage making a check. First play of his career in a spring game.
Play action. Tagovailoa showing you that arm and getting it complete to Jerry Jeudy. So 2 early enrollees who everybody is excited to see, Tagovailoa and Jeudy connecting.
How about the crowd when he threw the ball? They've been waiting to see this young quarterback throw the football and see it come out of his hands. He threw a 10-yard out and the crowd, ooh.
Yeah, rolls right, throws left. Perfect technique. One thing about Tua and talking to the coaches and just kind of following his career in high school out of Hawaii, he's a guy that's a little bit more polished than I would even say Jalen Hurts as a rising sophomore. It's because of the way as a youngster really worked on the mechanics of being more of a pocket quarterback and delivering the football.
So a good looking opening drive from Tua Tagovailoa, the early enrolling freshman quarterback. Now facing a 3rd and 7. Here's Tua. Is that caught? Touchdown, T.J. Simmons. What an opening drive for the early enrollee freshman quarterback.
That is a great throw Simmons does a heck of a job of staying focused on the ball, but I think it's more about the placement of the football, where he puts this, give him his receiver a chance, and the defensive back never got his head turned around, Aaron Robinson, to locate the ball.
And when I look at the beginning of the spring game for a young quarterback, handling this crowd, handling this defense, he looked as calm as a young quarterback could possibly look, delivering the ball to the corner, perfect placement so that the receiver just didn't have much work to do besides put your hands up and catch the ball.
All-out belt already on the shoulder now of Diggs, the former receiver, with an interception. Tua, meantime, gets back to business. Xavier marks downfield.
He was backing up and threw the ball to the left sideline on the money. This Tua kid it's scary. It is scary to see this young quarterback step in and throw the ball as well as he did. You would never recommend that. You would never recommend backing up, throwing it to the left.
But it just shows you, again, how comfortable he is from that pocket and delivering the football in different ways. That time falling away and still having enough arm to get the ball there.
Now Harris. Play action now. Tagovailoa. That was thrown a little high into the outside, but it bounces the right way to Jerry Jeudy. A little magic from the Hawaiian punch. Tua Tagovailoa with his second touchdown pass early on. He'll take it any way he can get it. 25-yard touchdown. The white team, the #2 offense, with freshmen everywhere and a mix of others, is up a couple of scores.
Tua Tagovailoa. So the last name, Tagovailoa, you can say Tung-O-Vai-Loa, just to make it easier. Say tongue first, and then you say O-H-O-Vai, V-A-E, Loa, L-O-A. There you go.
Little helpful pronunciation guide from the man himself, who has been the man early on in his 8-day spring football game here in Tuscaloosa. It's 4 of 5 passing, 110 yards, and 2 touchdown passes. Kirk and Joey, listen, here's reality. We know that on the field what Jalen Hurts is and what Tua has shown us early on. But the way this is instantly going to be perceived by some in the media and by many sitting here in the stands is one guy's got a 3-and-out and an interception in the end zone, and the other guy's got a lot of juice and magic.
Yeah, that's one thing you could tell. The fans here, the people at home are already saying, well, how about this freshman? We got to get him in there. Just let's see how the whole thing plays out. But Tua is off to a great start.
3rd down. Tagovailoa pass, and that should have been complete as Simmons dropped it. Had a touchdown reception earlier, but couldn't hang on there.
I mean, the ball is out. I mean, we're standing 15 yards away from him throwing the ball. It's just pop, 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 ball out. I mean, if you're a receiver, you better get your head turned around, your hands up, be ready to make a catch.
Tua Tagovailoa. What does he do for an encore after that outstanding first quarter?
I still am really, really impressed that they're throwing the ball left, throwing the ball right, throwing the ball in the middle. Usually with a young quarterback, you simplify it. You hit the outside to the left, the outside to the right, simple reads. But with Tua, it's been a full field reads on a lot of this stuff. I mean, it's just very, very uncommon.
Here's another downfield ball right into the hands of Jeudy. He paused, created just enough separation at the end, Joey.
That's more like it. That is more like the throw we were expecting to see. You know, we talked about the wind on the last throw, but come right back a couple plays later and drop a beautiful throw down the sideline. That's what it's only been 1 quarter, but he has thrown the ball as well as anyone we've seen.
First down, play action, downfield again for Jeudy, and score it. Freshman to freshman combo that is going to have this crowd buzzing. Tua Tagovailoa has now led this white team offense, the supposed #2 offense, with 3 touchdown passes. And Jerry Jeudy with his second of the day.
And this is pretty good coverage, to be honest with you. And you look back to last year's national championship game against Clemson, the coverage was there. Clemson, Mike Williams went up and made a few catches to change that game. And then we see it today. Eventually the receiver has to go up and make the quarterback look good. If you can trust a receiver, if the quarterback can trust a receiver in a man-to-man coverage, whether he's covered or not, to go up and get the football, then he will give him those shots every time he sees man-to-man coverage.
To have him out there or ask anything of him, but here's a completion now to Irv Smith Jr. and he cuts back to the 41-yard line. Of course, Dad was a great college player, first-round pick by the Saints, went on to play in the NFL as a tight end.
Definitely a breakdown in coverage. No one covering the tight end across the field, but give Tua credit for seeing it in the middle of the field. A lot of times young quarterbacks want to look outside because you're just reading the corner, maybe the safety, but to go inside, then you have the safeties, the linebackers, the D-line in play to be able to see it and throw it on time, big play.
Yeah, great recognition, and we're talking so much about Tua that let's not overlook the tight end that Tess talked about. Irv Smith said he ran a 4.5. A 4.5 at the size that he has, and with the loss of O.J. Howard, keep an eye on Irv Smith becoming a big-time weapon.
Oh, how about that pickoff by Terrell Hall? They were going to throw a swing pass, and Hall's going to dance his way in for a pick six. Are you kidding me? At 6'5", 250. Wow. Yeah, wow. Anytime we're on the road, we're going to make that happen, my friend. It's half the fun of covering college football, brother. There's Irv Smith again. Now, there you guys are, deep in the left side as they go to the near side right to T.J. Simmons.
It's not just the arm strength that stands out to me, it's the release. I mean, he makes his mind up, and I got to keep reminding all of us that he's a senior in high school that's reported early, and that ball is out. He is very, very quick with his decision.
About is this guy, the early enrollee freshman Tua Tagovailoa, as he connected with a good-looking freshman Jerry Jeudy. Went downfield often here, hitting Xavier Marks. 3 touchdown passes in total. This one well placed to the freshman from Deerfield Beach, Jerry Jeudy. That's a combination that could have a very bright future. It's interesting, one of our colleagues, Trent Dilfer, you know Trent's heavily involved with the Elite 11 quarterback competition. He said of Tua, he said he's probably the most gifted passer I have seen at this age. Said, in fact, he felt like he throws it better than Aaron Rodgers did as a sophomore at Cal.
Wow.
Now, for many, they're getting their first real extended glimpse of him. Not everybody's watching the Elite 11 or the Nike opening or the high school stuff. But
I asked Coach Saban, is this normal for 13? And he said, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much what we've seen all spring.
coming from Vanderbilt. What a rope he throws, and it's a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, the other freshman on the other end. What a throw.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times.
Scanning the field, he got all kinds of time, and now he's running out of it. He's still going to rip it downfield. Touchdown, Alabama. Devontae Smith. Looked like Steve Young there for a second. This guy's the backup quarterback. Remember that.
College football mecca, Atlanta. Frigid tonight. Her streets eerily quiet. But inside the modern marvel of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, it's overheated, raucous, and ready for the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. The Georgia Bulldogs, hungry to taste the school's first title in 37 seasons. The Alabama Crimson Tide driven to strengthen a decade-long dynasty with a 5th title in 9 years.
Under 100 yards offensively, Nick. What do you have to do to change it?
Well, we got to do something. I mean, we just can't move the ball effectively. We haven't been able to throw it effectively at all. So
that reaction from Nick Saban makes you wonder if you may see the true freshman backup quarterback behind Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, maybe get an opportunity in the second half, known as a great passer.
Yeah, Hurts 3 of 8, but Harris and Jacobs, the running backs combined, have 20 yards in the first half. It's all Georgia.
Look what Georgia's done defensively against Alabama and against their running game. They've completely taken their running game out, put the game on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts, which we told you they're going to try to do. The running backs have 26 yards rushing. The running backs, if you take Hurts' running away, and we mentioned the possibility. There's Jalen Hurts, of course, who's 25-2 as a starter. Tagovailoa, who's the true freshman, who can throw the football well. And this game gets to a point where they're not executing at the line of scrimmage and they need to throw. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a shot.
Now, you're right. Nick Saban, it would take a lot to pull a guy who's been clutch in his career and has won 25 out of 27 starts. But that's how much they think of the passing skills of Tagovailoa. It is a pretty thing to watch that lefty spin it. So we'll see. Tide get the football first. And here it is. Tua Tagovailoa, a true freshman from Hawaii, gets the second half start. He keeps it. He's a nifty runner, not quite as powerful as Hurts, but he's in there because he's throwing it.
He is known as a distributor, a great passer, a guy who has come in and even though he hasn't played a lot of meaningful snaps, the players believe in him. The players, the receivers especially, really believe that he can make the throws to give them a chance to be more balanced than with Jalen Hurts in there.
It's still a remarkable move by head coach, and Tagovailoa from the pocket spins it. It's an accurate throw, short, complete to Hale Henches, the tight end. And now a 3rd down and medium coming up. Reggie Carter tackled the receiver.
So right now, we have 2 true freshman quarterbacks playing in the national championship.
Yep. They had Jalen Hurts a year ago, coming just short.
And he's facing his first 3rd down in this atmosphere.
By the way, there's 3 true freshman wide receivers in the game for Bama as well, as Tagovailoa tries to dodge the rush. Cannot escape. Sacked by Roquan Smith, the Butkus Award winner.
As we talked about, it was supposed to be a developmental year for Tua Tagovailoa, but we see him in there. We've seen him in practice, and you talk to this staff, Chris, you heard it, so did Herbie. They praise the way he throws the football. A sensational recruit out of Hawaii, somebody that Trent Dilfer at the Elite 11 level labeled as the best quarterback prospect he'd ever seen at that level. To put him in, replace somebody who's 25-2 and put him onto this stage, well, this is a test that this staff believes he will be able to manage. We'll have to also see the dynamic between him and Jalen Hurts, but a very, very bold move. We'll see how long Nick Saban sticks with it.
When I started off as a defensive end, and then I moved kind of all over, and then I moved to like fullback, like as far as Mighty Mike Flag, as far as what I can remember. And then I guess there's a possibility where my dad seen me, able to throw, so I got the opportunity to throw, and I was a righty, at first, and my dad ended up switching me to throw my left, and things just kind of took off from there.
Our main focus was just to prepare. That's a big word in our family, is just to prepare. We feel that our job as parents is to prepare our kids for the next level. So whether it's from flag to tackle, or tackle to high school to college, it's always preparing them, making sure that they're ready for the next level. And this is the field of dreams, is what we call it in our family.
It's been a blessing, just being around my boys and working with them. I mean, we've done a lot of traveling, especially with Tua, to Florida, Texas, out in Virginia, taking them out there to go compete, And that's how I knew that things were going to be special with Tua. Because a lot of coaches were trying to get involved. You know, when they see something good, you know, they want to get involved in it. And that's when we knew that, wow, you know what, it's something special with this kid.
You know, it's a storybook year. You know, just it's a once upon a time kind of thing for me. I believe. You know, you win a state championship, you get all these good things. You commit to Alabama, Gatorade Player of the Year, Elite 11, MVP. You know, it's been hectic because you get so many calls from so many people wanting to do this, wanting to do that. But, you know, with the support of my family, with the support of my mom, the support of my dad, you know, it really helps. The opportunity to have gotten this big, you know, this fast, you know, I couldn't thank God.
We're very excited. We feel Tua is ready. We just want him to go already. I mean, we're ready. We're like, we feel we've done a pretty good job preparing him. We just want him to go and experience the world, spread his wings.
This is what a lot of Alabama fans have talked about, the possibility of Tagovailoa someday maybe getting an opportunity. We saw Tua Tagovailoa last time they had the ball. An amazing drive, such poise, such accuracy, quick decisions, ball out of his hands quickly. Let's see how he does here. Let's see if Kirby Smart, after now really seeing him, what they can do to try to make adjustments.
Hurts is being a great teammate, Kirk. You know, you were involved in a quarterback. So he's got to be dying inside. Tagovailoa pressured, flushed, has space, and unable to escape Roquan Smith, but got 9.
He is a special player. He is going to grow up to be just a very balanced. You think of him, and we hear so much about his passing, what we've seen tonight. You better not sleep on his ability to create and scramble and take off and run. That was a quick 9 yards.
The journey now before you is the final test. You learn your lesson well. I can't teach you no more. There's a power deep inside you, an inner strength you'll find in time of need. The Lord. You are the last
forget that he can run the ball. And he's not only slippery and quick, but he can be powerful. This is a big third down and short. Dominic Sanders comes up. Safety up at the top, comes down quickly along with Carter. He's right there to make the play.
Talking about a guy.
Tagovailoa lowers that shoulder and gets more yards.
Yeah, he's never started a game. Tagovailoa barely played, running over a dude who's making his 53rd start in college football. Making himself an instant legend. The football lore of the Crimson Tide. If Bama can finish off this drive with a game-winning score.
You are the last dragon. You represent the power of the globe.
Pressure out there. Anastos with the national championship from 36 yards.
The last dragon. You represent the power of the globe.
No! Hooked it! The Dogs have life, and we're headed for overtime. You feel for any kicker comes up short in that situation.
And now let's keep in mind, not only Bama scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they don't, they got to try to kick a field goal. There it is, Papanastis. How much is he thinking about what happened on that last field goal attempt at the end of regulation?
Saban jumping around way out on the field, gesturing to his offense. Tagovailoa dancing around, circling back, dropped! A disastrous first down play. Devin Bellamy got it back at the 42.
Chris, that's a combination of great coverage downfield by Georgia and just being a young quarterback not put in this situation. Bellamy almost gets him there. See, that's where you'd like to see him throw it away. Nobody's open. You got to give up on the play, throw it away, get outside of the pocket and play on 2nd and 10. That's his youth right there.
Come on, Skip Bayless. You know Fake Nick. He got a stinker down there. And he's never had a Baker Mayfield. He's never had an Andrew Luck.
Maybe he didn't want one.
Woo! Now he got old Tua Tagovailoa.
Yep.
Oh, we going places.
Going places.
Hey, we moving on up.
I think you already moved way to the penthouse.
Of course. The Alabama Invitational.
Yeah.
Where we go every year, Skip. Look, you go to the Maui Invitational. Chaminade is there every year. As the whole school. You go to the college football playoff, Alabama is there every year as the whole school.
Yeah, that's his youth right there.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
This is so different than some other Alabama camps in recent years because there's so many question marks, especially on defense. And that's been a big talking point all season, all summer long, is who's going to fill the holes, especially in the secondary. And that's what everyone's talking about going into the camp. And that, of course, is Tua.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
And Georgia, you know, to their credit, played a hell of a game. But I was excited to see overtime. I didn't want to stop watching that kid play football. There's something about him. Seeing him play above his size and the way that he ran. The ball, Chris, you tell me, it flies out of his hand.
Yeah.
It's like the sound of a bat when you're not watching somebody who's a great baseball prospect. When you're not watching, you just hear the sound of the crack of the bat. It just sounds different. That's the way it looked to me watching this kid Tua play football.
He made a couple of outstanding throws last night. Huge third down that set up the tying touchdown. And then that game-winning pass. And I could watch that over and over again. Just the absolute missile.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown!
Papanastas missing a field goal to bring in overtime that he sets up Tua time by pulling a rock. Like, who else would pull a rock like that sometimes?
Tebow would
right?
totally.
I'm serious.
I mean, he was spinning, he was pirouetting in the back. A 16-yard loss on the first play of overtime.
But I don't think Tebow makes that throw.
No. Well, I mean, if it was only a 12-yard throw.
Right. No, that Demaryius Thomas took one to the house to knock the Steelers out.
Tebow's not throwing a 40-yard laser.
Looking off the safety.
Yeah, no.
Like he's done it for 18 years.
Tebow's not making that.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to watch this kid Tua play football next year. I will watch every single damn Alabama game. He's exciting. When was the last Alabama quarterback you said that about? Ever.
Who was exciting?
Name it. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know. They never have that guy.